Hi everyone, in this video I am going to explain about the functionalities of VLookup, Hlookup, index and match and Xlookup functions. Let's get started with VLookup. Here I have some data from column A to D. So I am going to apply VLookup function on this data equivalent to VLookup. First functional argument is lookup value. Here I am considering data exists in column F as lookup value. First I am selecting F2 cell. Thereafter, coming to table array, I am considering the data from B2 to D7. Press F4 to log the references. Next, as I want to consider market capitalization, here I am mentioning as 2 as column index number, means market cap exists in second column in the defined table array, comma, as I want exact match, here I am considering false. Click on fill handle. Here application return the output. Next I am going to explain about index and match functions. Here I am using match function along with index. This match function returns either row number or column number based on our requirement. Difference between lookup function and match function is lookup function returns the value, and coming to match function, it returns either row or column number. Equivalent to index. Next I am selecting the array. Here I am considering B1 to D7. Next, to find the row number, here I am using match function. First functional argument of match function is lookup value. Here I have selected F2 cell. Next, coming to lookup array, I am considering from B1 to B7. Here I am choosing 0 for exact match. As I want to find the enterprise value, here I am mentioning 3. So this is the process to find the lookup value in forward direction, means starting column of the table array equivalent to lookup value. Whatever the data we have used should be the starting column of table array. So here I mentioned as start to end, or we can consider as forward direction. Now let us see how to extract the output in case of end to start, means this time I am considering the column which is backward to the lookup column, equivalent to index. This time I am considering the array from A1 to D7. Next, to find the row number, here I am using match function. Match. Here I am selecting F2 cell. Next, for lookup array, I have considered column BIS data. Thereafter, here I am mentioning as 0. This time I want to provide the dates information. Hence, here I am mentioning as 1. This one represents to backward direction. Here lookup column is column E, and the output which we have derived represents to column A. Hence, it is in reverse mode. So by using index and match function, we can extract the output in both directions, forward as well as backward. Now let us discuss about Hlookup function equivalent to Hlookup. First one is lookup value. Here I am selecting C1. Next I am selecting the data from A1 to D7. To provide the row index number, here I am mentioning row function. Here application return output as 1200. double click on handle. So in this way we can extract the output by using the Xlookup function. Now let us discuss about Xlookup function equivalent to Xlookup. This function consists of 5 functional arguments. First one is lookup value. It is common for all the remaining lookup functions. Second one is lookup array. User has to provide the lookup array, means from which array application has to find lookup value. Thereafter, third functional argument is return array, means which column application has to consider to return the output. Thereafter, fourth functional argument is if not found, means if the matched record doesn't exist, what data should be returned by the application. And the last one is match mode. So here I am writing the formula equivalent to Xlookup. Here lookup value is data exists in F2 cell, comma, second functional argument is lookup array. Lookup array is from B2 to B7. So I want to find the lookup value in the lookup array. Next, return array, means I want to find the market cap. Next, if not found, if the matched record doesn't exist in the return array, then I am instructing the application to mention data not found. And the last one is, here we can find 4 options: exact match or next similar item, exact match or next larger item, wildcard character match. So here I am instructing the application to find exact match, hence I am mentioning as 0. Here application returned as 1600. Double click on the handle. Coming to last one, application returned as not found, as there is no matched record for the mentioned lookup value. Now let us see how to use this formula in reverse direction. Copy the formula. Here I am pasting. Before that I am replacing return array column from C to A. Here I am mentioning as A2 to A7. Here we can find application return the output. And the last one is how to use Xlookup in place of Xlookup. First 2 categories represents to either VLookup or index and match combination, and this one represents to Xlookup. Here I am considering C1 as lookup value. Thereafter I am considering the lookup array from A1 to D1. Next I am considering return array from A6 to D6. If not found, application has to return no data. Thereafter here I am mentioning as 0. Hit enter. Here application return output as 678. So in this way we can use Xlookup in place of VLookup, Xlookup, index and match functions. So before closing this video, let's have quick overview on all these functions. So let's have a comparison between discussed functions. First one is entire data range has to select against table array or lookup array functional argument. In case of VLookup and match functions, user has to select entire table array. That table array should consist of lookup column and return array column. Coming to Xlookup, everything should be column wise. User should not to select entire data range. Next, lookup value should be in first column. In case of VLookup, lookup value should be in first column. Everything will be moved from start to end position, means in forward direction. VLookup doesn't move in reverse direction. Next one is user has to count the column index number. In case of large data sets, like if the table consists of 100 columns, it is difficult to count the column index number in case of VLookup and match functions. But coming to Xlookup, there is no necessity to count the column index numbers. Selection of required column is adequate. Next one is, in case of VLookup, everything should be start to end only, means it moves from forward direction. It doesn't come in reverse direction. And the last one is, if there is no matching value, suitable functional argument doesn't exist to rectify the error. Means in case of VLookup, HLookup and index and match functions, if the application didn't find any matched record, it returns NA as output. So to rectify this error, user has to use some other function like if error. But coming to Xlookup, it consists of if not found as functional argument. Means if the matched record doesn't find, then there is an option to the user what kind of description has to consider by the application. So this is the brief introduction about the functionalities of different lookup functions. I hope this video is useful to everyone. Thanks for watching.